trade with you? My flock sleeps beneath the church. Please do not disturb them. Please let me trade. Get up out of your chair. Come on. Don't sneak up on me like that, girl. I just stepped in here. Okay, here we go. Trade. Go, go, go. Hello one and all, Mickey here, and this time we are going to be playing This War of Mine. This is being recorded more on my kind of Tuesday stream. I'm starting up just to play a bit more casually, less intensive. Generously donated by Chronic. Thank you, Chronic. Thank you very much. Cheers. I'll be playing This War of Mine. I have played it before in the past. I played it from a friend's account, so I am not new to this game, but I haven't played the little ones before, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, as I said, I'm not new to this game, so I will probably give you a pretty good guide about how to start up with basically any set of characters and what you need to do and what order you need to do them. So let's go for another try. We won't be continuing the campaign that I currently had. One of the things I wish the game had was save slots. Exactly like Hand of Fate, I wish that game had save slots as well. It's like, what if you wanted more than one person to play the game at once? What if you wanted more than one run going at once? You can't, so we are going to be going with the bog standard Katya, Bruno, and Pavel. So, this will be the basic start. You don't even get these options when you first start playing. After you finish the game, or actually after I think you just get past day 20 or something, it unlocks more and more. So yeah, we're going to be going with Katya, Bruno, and Pavel. This is our home. Very cozy. Okay, so you guys. So when the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been years since government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilian population trapped in the city are suffering from hunger, disease, and shelling. And yeah, I'm not going to go into each of their individual stories. As the game goes on, they will explain who they are and where they're from. It's not really relevant to what's happening, so that'll be open to you if you want to read it. You can pause it. As can be seen here, it will say their background. Katya here, most importantly, has bargaining skills, which means she gets the best deals when bartering. And is also a coffee drinker, so if you have coffee in the house inventory, she will drink that and it will make her happier. Likewise, Bruno here is a smoker. If you have cigarettes in the house, then he will smoke them and be happier for it. Unfortunately, as with coffee drinkers and smokers in real life, if they don't get any, they will quite likely get quite unhappy. He's also a good cook. That actually doesn't mean he's good at cooking, it means he uses less water when he's cooking. Very important difference. This also applies when you're fermenting moonshine. And lastly, Pavel, bog standard, nice and boring, he is a fast runner. So, first thing first, let's get to looting. Now, a lot of the mistakes that I constantly see people do, oh, that's locked, is building things like shovels and lockpicks. Quite often when I'm playing, I will never ever build a shovel in my entire playthrough. Grab all that stuff, and all that stuff. You keep going, and you come down here. I'm sure there's something you need to do here. So yeah, I never use lockpicks, unless it's a very, very rare situation, like I'm trying to sneak into somebody's house, and it's incredibly dangerous, and using a crowbar is far too loud. I will always, I ideally use crowbars. And lockpicks, I will typically only keep one in the house inventory and sell all the rest that I find to the dealer that comes by the house. Every other day, I think it's, or every 3 days. As for a shovel, no. I never ever build a shovel. As with most utility items, they can also be used as weapons. Shovels, I believe, are the worst weapons in the game. So that's something to consider. And, I mean, they save you time. But if you keep track of what people are doing and keep track of the time you've got, then you don't really need a shovel. So, with any luck, I should be able to clear out most of this house before the day is over. And ideally make a crowbar as well. Yep, grab that. Okay, so this door's locked. I don't want to use a lockpick on it. You can start looting that. That door's locked as well. Actually, rubble there, grab that. That's locked. You can go there. In fact, Katya, my dear, could you come down here and make me a workstation? So I can make the crowbar right away. And I want... Here we go, metal workshop. And that can just go there nicely, if you would. Okay, you're doing that. You can move on to the next rubble. Grab that loot. Rubble, there, go. You loot that, go. So yeah, this is your sanctuary of sorts. And now everything is looted that I have access to. As you can see, it's not a particularly nice place. It has been shelled to hell. So one of the things I need to do is patch up all the walls. It will help keep heat in, especially when it starts to get cold, very important. And when bandits attack... Yes, crowbar, perfect. When bandits attack... Oh, no. Having all the holes sealed up can be very, very important, as you'd imagine. Actually, second thoughts have all run up there. There's rubble you need to get through. So yeah, I need to get this place up and running as quickly as possible. That means for a group of 3, I need 2 beds, minimum. That way, everybody can sleep. I need everybody on guard each night, with 1 person out scavenging. And you're done, so crowbar that. And everybody can sleep during the day in shifts, and it'll keep them happy, to a degree. Happy enough. It's a very difficult balance, or very careful balance you need to maintain, but I think 1 bed is too few, and any more than that is just kind of a waste. I mean, even when people are injured, speaking of which, I know somebody's going to need slightly sick. Bruno, you are slightly sick, buddy. As soon as you're done with that, you need to make a bed and go lie down on it. Grab this stuff. And yes, food and water. It's kind of simplified a little bit. It's not so much food and water, it's more hunger and you need water to cook food. So it kind of combines the two, you don't need them separately. They're not going to get dehydrated. There you go. But yeah, if you don't have water, then you can't cook food, and then people are going to start having a bit of trouble. This is the kind of the kitchen area. All the items, anything you pick up in this house automatically goes into your inventory. You don't need to carry it around with you. But if you're off looting, then you can only carry a certain amount. And certain items will get automatically put in certain places, like the fridge, for example, of which I have no food. Vegetables here, meat here, lie down quickly. Canned food here, which doesn't need to be cooked. Although the vegetables and raw meat can be eaten as it is, but probably not a good idea. Wine as well, not that important, typically best used to, Katya, if you would, to barter with. Although sometimes you can get people who enjoy alcohol every once in a while. Ah, yes, food, thank you very much. Katya, I think you're done, maybe? Open that. Nearly out of time, I think the day ends at 8. Make another bed. Yeah, I'm not going to need to eat just yet. Make another bed and put that there. And as for the medicine, we don't have any. We don't have any, really. Oh, this. Damn, I need to unlock that. Go, go, go. Yeah, the medicine cabinet is in the kitchen. That's where all the pills go and the herbal meds, the bandages. Any illness or injury that's in a minor stage, like Bruno here, who is slightly sick, you can typically just sleep it off. Yep, bandages, awesome. And Katya, come on. Don't think you're going to have time. No, it's going to clock's going to tick over at 8. Nope. Well, close enough, I nearly got everything. So, this is the first night, and this is the screen where we decide where to go. What I know for certain I'm going to be doing is Pavel is going to be out scavenging. Pavel and Katya have the same inventory space, and the only reason I would choose Pavel over Katya is just that he runs faster. And although it doesn't say it, Katya actually runs significantly slower. She actually runs slower than Bruno, so I'll only really take her if Pavel gets injured. So, Katya, you're on guard, and Bruno, because you're slightly sick, normally I would have everybody on guard, even if they're sick, but on the first night, I'm pretty certain we don't get raided, so Bruno's going to be sleeping, Katya is going to be on guard, just in case, and Pavel is going to be out scavenging. Now, our locations to scavenge. We are here at the bottom, we've got semi-detached house, sheltered cottage, and decrepit squat. As you can see, it shows what you can basically find in each of the locations, and the semi-detached house says danger. So, half of it's in ruin, but there are people living in the other half. They don't seem friendly at night. You can sometimes hear shots fired from there. We could probably scour the abandoned part for supplies if we manage to sneak past the inhabited part. Now, usually, the game is pretty clear about telling you who are bandits and who aren't. Basically, who are the arseholes in this world who will shoot you on sight, and your characters aren't going to feel particularly bad about killing them just as easily. This is not one of those locations. In this location, there is a man living with two women, and the man will shoot you on sight. The women will be terrified of you if they see you, and if you do kill the man, then your characters will get very depressed for it. So, unfortunately, this is not a bandit location. If it was a bandit location, I would happily go in and kill everybody. Whoever did the killing would feel a little bit bad about it, but it's not that big a deal. They're bandits, who cares? You know, game mechanics, bandits can die whenever, it's no problem. But here, they're not so much bandits, so this is kind of a wild card. I could go here and kill him if I really wanted to, but it's not a good idea. The squat, it's been inhabited by the homeless since long before the war. They've always been struggling with a lack of food, I remember this one, and might not have survived the recent shortages. They shouldn't be a threat, and we could find some useful things there. Okay, so yeah, primarily materials they've got here, with a few weapons, parts, and when it says weapons, it means weapon parts. You might find weapons there, but not likely, or at least they're probably broken. And then lots of parts. The decrepit squat is going to have a homeless guy, and if you give him a bit of food, I don't know if it's like raw meat, or specifically canned food, he will then take you to a location where you can find like 3 or 4 diamonds that you can use to barter with, which will typically come to higher value than that single piece of food that you gave him. If we do that, I don't know. Yeah, the semi-detached house has huge amounts of food, probably in their own fridge, so the only way we get that is if we actually steal it after we've killed them, or we can just sneak in and steal it, but again, that'll make whoever's doing the stealing feel quite bad about it. Lots of meds, again, probably in one of their bathrooms, huge amount of weapons, specifically weapon parts, or broken weapons, huge amount of parts, and danger. Last thing I need to mention about any place that says danger, if it says danger, then obviously it's going to have people that are dangerous. Duh. Those people are dangerous because they have weapons. If you kill them, you then get their weapons. Something very, very important to keep in mind. If you need weapons, the best way to get it is to typically kill someone that has a weapon, DayZ style. So if rioting happens, of which there are 3-ish kind of stages to this game, one is a normal stage where everything's quiet and you might get raided every once in a while and the weather might get, you know, a little bit cold. The other one is winter, which is very cold. I need furnaces running, heating up, lots of firewood, otherwise people can get sick and very likely die. Last one is rioting, when bandits will attack you every single night in force and you need weapons. If that's about to happen, I still haven't got a weapon, I'm probably going to come here and kill this guy for his gun. Lastly, the shelled cottage. This neighbourhood recently got shelled and many houses are still burning. People are fleeing for their lives in a hurry, so we may find some useful stuff there without meeting anyone. So a bit of food, huge amount of materials, lots of meds, huge amount of weapon parts, and lots of parts. So gonna be the shelled cottage, Bruno sleeping, Katya on guard, Pavel, let's go. And you're taking a crowbar, always take a crowbar, never take a shovel, not really needing to take a lockpick. Let's get out there. Okay, so we have until, I think, 4 in the morning. And teddy bear, ah! So this is from the Little Ones DLC, the Broken Toys. I won't be needing them anytime soon. And see that red marker? It's a rat. That will typically tell you, whoa, that is a lot. Definitely come back here. Red markers that you can see indicate that you're hearing something in the house. Actually, no, I don't want that. Go here. And I know for a fact this house has no one in it, so we're completely safe here. And you might be wondering, what it is I'm doing. And what the hell happened to you, guy? Damn. I am storing all of this junk in a single location. What I do, every location I go to, it can seem a little bit boring, and on later locations, if you're watching on YouTube, I will probably fast forward it, is loot everything in a location, store it all in one point, and yeah, start with that. Store it all in one point, that means, and that will mean that when I take stuff home with me, I will always take the maximum number of items that can be stored in a stack anytime I grab them. Obviously, like many games, items are stored in stacks, so components, for example, only stored in stacks of 4, wood only stored in stacks of 2. More so if it's like bullets, I think they can be stored up into stacks of 20. And if you're, say, taking in an item slot 1 bullet, obviously not going to be that efficient. But yet there could be more bullets in the location that you're not aware of. Hence why you're going to want to consolidate all the items in a location into one place. So find a place that's relatively close to the door, shove it all in there, and it's safe. Nobody else, even if there are other people, neutral people looting around, they don't actually take anything, and they won't take items stored somewhere else, it won't go. They won't disappear, it will stay there. So something to keep in mind, one of the best things to do, yeah, organise everything, stuff it into one slot, and then you'll know exactly what there is in this location. Have I played the Jagged Alliance games? I've been asked that in the comments on YouTube. Possibly by you, Tonic, maybe? Have I played them? No. Am I going to play them? Probably not. They look really good, but much like Fallout Tactics, I kind of get the impression they didn't age well. So, I don't know if I will play it. I know for a fact that... get rid of the crowbar, just for now. I know for a fact that there's like these huge mod packs for it, and like hundreds and hundreds of weapons for it. But I don't know if I will play it. It's... I mean, I went back and played Fallout Tactics a while back, and oh man, I don't know if you guys have gone back and played like GoldenEye 64. You might have really fond memories of it, but unlike something like Super Mario World, doesn't age well. 2D platformers you can still play nowadays, but something like, I don't know, Fallout Tactics, GoldenEye 64, it just, it doesn't age well. And yeah, I get that impression with Jagged Alliance. I've seen a few videos of it. It does look good, and I'm sure I would have enjoyed it if I played it at the time, but I just can't now at all. And that's not to say something like Xenonauts, for example. I would absolutely play that, but I don't know, I kind of feel it's a little bit too similar to XCOM, and I have far, far less experience with Xenonauts, and unlike XCOM, where I can talk bullshit and get away with it because I'm not dying, out of sheer luck, with Xenonauts I can't, because I'm not experienced with that at all, so it'll be an XCOM style game without XCOM level experience. Pavel, come on buddy, I know I didn't bring a shovel, but you can do a bit faster than that. Just climb over the stuff. More stuff, grab it, bring it back. Chuck all this stuff in here. And then keep looting. Now I put the crowbar away because I don't think I'm going to need a crowbar. Will I? Oh, I'm going to need a crowbar, damn it. Whenever I go to a new location, I always bring a crowbar with me, and when I go to leave the location, I make sure that I've used the crowbar on everything it needs to be used on. The worst thing's going to be if you bring an item, a utility item with you to unlock stuff, and then you leave having not unlocked everything, which means you have to bring that utility item back with you. And we're through. So yeah, now when I leave with the crowbar, I won't have to bring it back here. Ooh, that's a lot. Go drop it off. You don't have to reach that place. You don't have to go downstairs. Oh, I'm running out of time. Damn it. Go, 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 go. I am seriously running out of time. I need to run for the door at 5. Go upstairs, goddammit. Go, go, go. Think maybe I'll be okay. Grab that. Read this. Time's not ticking over, is it? Oh, I really hope not. Okay, it's fine. I thought this would be a clue for something. Okay, time did not tick over. That's good. That'd be really bad if time was ticking over. Okay, good. Let's get to our stash. Grab what we need quickly. Actually, no. Time. The map ends at 5. So if I'm still on the map at 5, then I'll get home late. Which is really bad. Okay, so food, not that important yet. I'll get to food later on. What is important, I'm bringing it now just because it's so valuable. What is important though is, actually, ooh, I need weapon components. Definitely. I need components and wood. Unfortunately, I can't remember what I've got at home, but that for a start will do. My plan is to upgrade the metal workbench and build an axe, which I will get to at home. I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I don't know if I've got the components for it, but nonetheless, there's still a lot left to go here. So, let's go back home, run. You've got 20 minutes to get out, and you're safe. Look at all this stuff, yeah. Your rucksack is full of broken parts and wood. Congratulations, Pavel. But there was no raid here, as I thought. Pavel, go to sleep. Bruno, are you still sick? No, you're not. Good. Having slept last night, you're absolutely fine. Yeah, and having slept last night, you don't need to sleep now. Yeah, Bruno, get up. You don't need the bed anymore. Katya, back to sleep. So, Bruno. You need to build... I need to keep an eye on this, actually. I do need to build a cook stove. Don't need it yet, but I do need to build it. What do I need to upgrade the metal workbench? Far, far too much. Well, I'm not going to build that anytime soon. So let's start with the stove. Kitchen, obviously. Bruno, come on. You are a cook after all. Oh, and I didn't use a crowbar on this. You know, I really wish there was a fast forward button on when you're at home, because although you can end the day, obviously I might want someone to do several things that are time consuming, but I don't want to just simply end the day. For example, if somebody's going to come to the door and ask for help or ask to trade, they'll typically do it between the hours of 10 and 2. And that obviously means you can't end the day before 2 o'clock in case somebody comes by. And what have we got, Bruno? Pills? Good. And that's it. That's a bit rubbish, really. Herbs actually sell for a lot, so I'm getting rid of herbs. They're quite... Let's call them quite light tech, if you can call them that. Herbs are used to make medicines, and I think for that I need to upgrade the simple workshop to make whatever is used to make medicines, like a medicine bench or whatever it is. So, yeah, Bruno, you can just sit down for now. I've got nothing for you to do. And still no one at the door. So, fast forward, I guess. Still no one. Okay, everyone's awake. So going from tired to not tired anymore takes about 4 hours, it looks like. Yeah, 20 components and 8 pieces of wood to upgrade the metal workbench. And then I think I need about 6 pieces of wood and 5 weapon components, of which I have 3. Damn it, to make an axe. Damn. Can I at least make a radio then? Yeah, go for it, make a radio. Always handy to have. Just no. Over here then, maybe. Bathroom. Oh, screw it, fine, put it over here. There you go. Out of the way. Hey John Luke, you're not sure if anybody comes on day 2? Yeah, I'm starting to believe you actually, mate. It is very much looking like it. Okay, so the radio. Now, you can listen to music, leave music playing and actually play in the house, and as can be seen here in the Some Thoughts section, we've made a radio and we like listening to it. That doesn't necessarily mean, or at least I think that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to leave music playing, because I typically do when I'm playing by myself, but don't really want to get copyrighted, seeing as there's a long periods of time when I'm not doing anything in the shelter, and leaving music playing without any other background noises is when you're most likely going to get copyrighted. But yeah, the radio. So, there are 3 main stations and 2 music stations. So, first is weather, primarily weather. It's going to be perfect for a stroll, yeah. Weather's nice and warm. This will tell you when it's going to start getting cold and when you start preparing for winter. Then the music channel. The rebel leader instructed us to warn the listeners not to cross the front lines. Failure to comply could result in death. Yeah, as is the case with war, unfortunately. And another station. Despite desperate counterattacks by the rebels trying to lift the siege of Ogoron, I guess we call it that, the city remains cut off. Government forces do not allow any aid to reach the city, claiming it will end up in rebel hands. But yeah, whenever you listen to the radio stations, and that's the other news station, if you skim through them every day, or even every other day, it's good enough, go to the 3 main channels, and if it's new, then it will get added to the left-hand page. If it's not, as you can see, when you listen to them, it doesn't get added. So that's how you use the radio, basically. It will tell you when riots are about to start, it will tell you when winter's coming, it'll also tell you if there are like shortages of particular items like coffee or cigarettes, and when that's the case, that's the best time to sell them. If like you got them stockpiled off in a location, you're not bothered with them because they're not high priority. If you find out that they're going to go, these prices for them are going to skyrocket, best time to grab them and then sell them to the dealer. But we're done here. Everybody is absolutely fine. No one's sick, no one's tired, and everyone's hungry. Yes, last thing I want to talk about before the time runs out. Hunger. This is probably one of the most important tips I can give when playing this war of mine. The moment you realise and are willing to deal with not feeding people when they're hungry and only feeding them when they're very hungry is when you're going to start finding the game much, much easier. Don't feed them when they're hungry. If that's the case, then you'll need to feed them every single day. If you only feed them when they're very hungry, then you'll only need to feed them every other day. If you imagine it to be an invisible meter, the food you're feeding them is kind of maxing out the meter and a lot of it's getting wasted. So don't feed them when they're hungry, only feed them when they're very hungry every other day, and you'll find the game much, much easier. So, end the day. So, Katya on guard, Pavel scavenging, and Bruno guard. But yeah, you guys, if you got any other tips about the game, let me know, because although I've played it a lot, I haven't played it recently, so things might have changed. I kind of think the dealer comes every 3 days, but I'm not sure. But yeah, if you know anything like that, let me know. And Chronic, you're kind of sad that you can't send out 2 people at a time. As am I. One of the things I'll mention is that if you have a group of survivors and one of them includes Boris, who has like a carry weight of 18, you've won the game. If Boris turns up in your playthrough, you've won the game. The game limits you by how much you can bring home each day, and if you consolidate all the items in a location to a single point, then that will help a huge amount, because it means you'll always be carrying home full stacks of items. But Boris, on the other hand, will just outright breaks the game. So yeah, if we get him, we're pretty much done, we're finished. So yeah, got 2 new locations. We're not going to the semi-detached house. That guy there that has a weapon, he's not a bandit. We could go to the decrepit squad. They have weapons here. Interesting. And we also have St. Mary's Church. St. Mary's Church is still a place of meetings for the local community. Priest Oleg is known for his charitable work and offering refuge to the poor. He might have something to give away or trade. The vestry behind the church is devastated and abandoned. We could find some useful materials there. So a bit of food, huge amount of materials, lots of meds, parts, possible trade, and caution advised. Caution advised being that on about a quarter or a third of this map, it's occupied by refugees. If you push your way past them, they're gonna get hostile, including the priest. One of the things I've got to point out though about this map, as I said, I played a long time ago, so I don't know if it's still the case. A lot of times I'd go, talk to the priest, maybe he'd like give you an item of food or something, just, to help you out. Then leave the church area and go to the vestry behind the church. You could go there and get a huge amount of materials, which is great and everything, but quite often, or almost every time, the priest would follow me there and then begin to get hostile. even though none of the items there are considered stealing, because the game will indicate that it's stealing. It'll have a hand icon instead of a, normal icon, whatever the icon is, can't remember. But yeah, he'd come over and become hostile with me permanently. And my choices are to try and flee if he hasn't backed me into a corner, or kill him. Kill a priest, barehanded. I hope they've fixed that. I don't know what the problem was. And we've also got the garage. I think I know what I'm going to find here. Before the war, you could have your car repaired there. Makes sense. It was a decent family business run by an impulsive son and his elderly father. If they still live there, they might be willing to trade with us. Alternatively, we might find lots of useful parts there and maybe even some food. Lots of food, huge amount of materials, some meds, lots of parts, possible trade. Caution advised. Right, again, caution advised. He won't shoot you on sight, I don't think. The son, the father won't shoot you on sight. And you can, I think, wander around their home as long as you don't steal anything from them. So you can take items from like the outskirts either side of their home. I don't know that for certain though. What I do know, as it said, possible trade, something to bear in mind. But what I do want absolutely for certain above everything else is weapon parts. I have 3, I need 5. The shared cottage does not have any more. Huge amount of weapons. What? Huge amount of weapons? Says who? I looted everything, there weren't any weapon parts left. I don't believe you, game, I'm sorry. Yeah, there weren't any weapons there, were there? I brought everything into one container, into the fridge, and there weren't any weapon parts. Well, there were 3, and I brought it home with me. And there certainly weren't weapons there. Like, I mean, what classifies a weapon? Like shovel, crowbar, axe, shiv, broken pistol, broken shotgun, broken assault rifle. Unless I missed something and there was something hidden there, which there might be. I wonder if there was an item hidden, and I had to read something to... I don't know. What I do know is... oh, the church doesn't have weapon parts. Well, crap. Damn it. Okay, I've got a plan. Katia, you need to come with me. Pavel, you're staying at home. Bruno, guard. Pavel, guard. Katia, scavenge. And we're going to the church. And we are going to take her with us. Oh, damn it, in stacks of 4. That sucks. Do I have, like, diamonds or something? Yes, I do. I have a diamond. I'll take that with me then, and a crowbar. I mean, the game did say there weren't weapon parts here, though. Damn it. I really need just 2 weapon parts. Well, I'm going to take the diamond with me. What if I'm going to do this? Why don't I just go to the garage? And maybe the father and son are willing to trade with me. They might have weapon parts. No, screw it. There's going to be more to trade here. Let's just go here. Oh, it's going to be such a waste bringing that diamond with me. Screw it. Leave the diamond. Let's go. Yeah, you're right, John. That usually when it says huge amount of weapons, it usually means like a single broken weapon. That's what's classified as a huge amount of weapons. Grab all this stuff. You know, if this priest is hostile, or, he becomes hostile because of a bug, I'm screwed. Because he'll back me into a corner, and then it's just a fight to the death with a priest. Hey, Father. How you doing? Welcome. We have been robbed recently, so we have little left. Well, 2 weapon parts will do nicely. Can I trade with you? My flock sleeps beneath the church. Please do not disturb them. Please let me trade. Get up out of your chair. Come on. Don't sneak up on... don't sneak up on me like that, girl. I just stepped in here. Okay, here we go. Trade. Go, go, go. Quicker, come on. Weapon parts, none. Damn it. See, that's why I didn't bring the diamond. But he has got a lot of food, and he's got meds as well. Well, something to keep in mind, at least. Let's go explore everything else. So yeah, it's from this point onwards that you cannot go in. If you go in there, they will become hostile. So let's go. Right. Oh, damn it. Right, well. Let's see what's here for start. Yeah, the priority is weapon parts for an axe. Nothing. Let's head to this abandoned location. Oh, what does that say? There's a mark on the wall and a few words. Here lies Roxy, the best dog in the world. Well, obviously not the best dog in the world. My dog's the best dog in the world. Lock from the other side. Let's go over. There is a huge amount of rubble in this building and underneath it. So, I think I'm going to... What have I got here? Nothing. Again! Okay, I'm going to leave all my loot. Is there anywhere I can leave it here? Oh, there's someone up there. Is there someone up there? I can't actually remember. Just charge through the door. Who's there? Oh my god, there is someone there. Hi. He's friendly, though, I remember now. Otherwise, he would have shot me by now. Again, this is another example of... Oh, hello, don't be afraid. I'm just looking around here. This is another example of a guy with a gun. If I wanted to kill him to get his gun, I can. It's always an option. So I'm going to leave the loot here. I'm apparently not going to leave the loot there. Come on, just give me just want one location to leave my junk. Close to the exit, and I can... yeah, I think I can leave that way. Okay, go out that way now. No, I said up the stairs. Oh, no, no, don't do that. I said up the stairs, this way, come on. Coming through. Oh, hurry up, guy, come on. Thank you. Okay, please tell me I can use one of these piles of rubble. Okay, yes, there we go. Now I need to make sure that I don't need the crowbar if I intend to come back here. I can't get up there, you're kidding me. Oh, right, I need to go out here, come on. Katya, you're not good at this scavenging thing, are you? And there's a grate there, god damn it. And I'm betting one of these two needs to be broken open. Damn it! Okay. So grating means I need to use a saw blade to come in. Saw blades are utility items, but they can only be used once. And even better, they require weapon components to make. With nothing else, I will be going home with a lot of components. There is nothing around here, is there? What's over here? Well, start doing that then. Oh, that's just wrong. Roxy the dog. Here lies the bones of Roxy the dog. We ate all his meat. That's just wrong. Okay, so... there's another grate here that needs a saw to be cut through. There's a lot of debris down here. There's no one be able to get through in one day. Possibly even in 2 days. But again, I'm not going to bring a shovel. It's a waste of materials, a waste of an item slot. Biggest problem is going to be if there's one of these items, one of these, like this cupboard or this door, requires a crowbar to break into, which means I have to come back here next time with a crowbar. That's a bugger. But it doesn't look like anything down here requires a crowbar, so if I break into here, and next time I come back with a saw blade, I can get through here and use the crowbar on the cupboard and the door. Assuming I need it. Okay, Katya, done. Let's go. Rotten food. Always nice. So I don't need to take apart this rubber pile. I can just go around it. More random junk. What? Katya, what are you doing? Come on. Down here, and the night ends at 5. I'm not going to get through that, let's not even bother. Well, gotta go. Yeah, she's already saying I need to leave. So we'll just go through... oh, wrong side. Oh, go, Katya! Oh my god, Katya, seriously, do not get stuck here. Katya, come on, you know how to get up some stairs, go! This is going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. I'm going to take the crowbar with me, just in case for whatever reason I don't come back here. And I'll also be taking components. Actually, not that one. It's only 3. And all of the wood. And I guess maybe like these parts, mechanical components. Okay, go, get out, go, go, go! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Did I make it? Yes, I made it. That was close. Damn it. Well, at least I came back with my inventory full. I still didn't get weapon parts, which is a real shame. Actually, the dealer should be coming today. I wonder if I can buy them from him. I definitely will if he's got any available. We're raided. Okay, someone tried to rob us. They must have been more scared than us, so we managed to fend them off. Too bad we had no weapons. None of us were wounded, and the attackers didn't steal anything. We were able to defend ourselves. Yeah, luckily it was somebody who was kind of coming here more to loot than murder us. Are people very hungry yet? No, not yet. And seeing as we don't have an axe, then my priorities are going to shift. Can I upgrade this, please? Yes, I can. And it doesn't even take that much, so I'm doing it. Actually, this is the right one, isn't it? Yes, it is. Then do it. Upgrade it. Upgrading the standard workbench will unlock the ability to fill up the holes. I think, yeah, here, here and here. Each location, of which there are multiple locations. I think minimum 2, they might have added a third, these shelters that you've got. And each location has 3 major weak points to it. And upgrading to a level 2 workbench will allow you to fill them up. I think like 10 wood and 5 components each, I think. Have a look. 10 wood and 2 components. So, go for it. Each one you fill up will make your shelter more defensible. And make it so any attack that comes by is easier to fend off without getting injuries or having things stolen. And then upgrading to level 3 workbench will allow you to upgrade the door with a reinforced metal door and a simple alarm system, which says that you can fend off attacks even if everyone's sleeping. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. I definitely upgrade the door, one of my priorities, absolutely. But yeah, I will still have people on guard, 100%. Everybody that's at home, unless they're sick, or seriously sick at least, they're going to go on guard. Where are my cigarettes? We don't have any cigarettes, Bruno. Deal with it. The other thing that blocking up these holes in the wall does, yes, the dealer, is it helps insulate the house. It doesn't say it's in the inventory, but I've read it online. It makes it the house easier to warm, to heat. Hello, dealer. Glad you came by. You don't have weapon parts. You don't have weapon parts, damn it. You got vegetables at least, I might grab one of those. Okay, well, Bruno's not going to be the one doing the bartering because it's Katia that has the negotiating skills. And something to note about the dealer when he comes by the house. So many YouTubers I've seen play this, after they're done dealing, they will send the merchant away. For reasons. I don't get it. The guy's got nothing better to do. When he's ready to leave, he will leave. And he will not leave. Why do you send him away? Think of this guy as a moving shop. He doesn't have a personality. He comes by at around 10 o'clock and he will stay until the end of the day. Never, ever send him away. There's no point. Only one set of people will come per day, maximum. So him being here isn't going to stop anybody else from coming. So, just because you're done dealing with him, don't send him away. You might have something that you might have forgotten about. You might have something you need urgently that you're willing to spend more valuable resources for. So, Katia, you up? Good. Katia, I need your gift of the gab. And I want vegetables. Water, I guess, and wood. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. That's 10. And what do you want for it? Won't do try harder, that's fine. I have tons and tons of herbs. Fine, we have a deal. Can I have something else for that? Yes, I can. Just one will do. Okay, so, Pavel, get back to reinforcing the walls. John, your priorities are when you play reinforcing walls. Yeah. My first priority was to get an axe, which would give me wood that I need to reinforce the walls, but because I can't find weapon components, then my priority shifted to just reinforcing the walls. Because I prefer to go to the axe first, if I can, because there are so many resources in this house that are just locked. That you can't access unless you've got an axe. You can't access it. You can't axe. Okay, never mind. So, do I need anything else? Components are always valuable, so speaking of which, should I make a saw blade? No, I'm not gonna, not yet at least. Okay, I'm not gonna buy that food, not gonna buy anything else, not gonna buy any meds or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna, whoa, that is, yeah, way too generous. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of components, and then a bunch of wood. And that'll do. That'll do for components, and then I will get the rest of that wood. Thank you very much. And that's it. So, yeah, the dealer, when he comes round, think of it as a looting location. You're just swapping resources, though. Instead of just getting new stuff all the time, you're just swapping resources. And the stuff that you find relatively useless, like the herbs, which are very endgame stuff I'm not going to bother with, because by the time you get to the endgame, assuming you're living, you will typically have a lot more bandages and meds than you will need the herbs for. So yeah, spend things that you're not going to need on things that you need right now. speaking of needing stuff right now, is there anything else I do need? A shiv is handy, and I do kind of want that. And I don't have the wood to make anything else. Traps are very, very handy. You put in 1 piece of meat or 1 piece of rotten meat or 1 canned food or something like that, and you'll get 2 in return like 4 days later. Very, very handy. When you've got 2 or 3 of these, they will start to pay for themselves really quickly. But that's kind of more late game. Mid game, you're going to want the moonshine still. This turns sugar and water into alcohol. Moonshine specifically, not purified alcohol, which you then have to distill if you do want to make purified alcohol. And that is your best bartering item. This is what you use to get items from the dealer as much as you want, basically. Whenever he comes by, buy all the water and sugar he's got, turn it into moonshine, sell it back to him for all the sugar and water he's got, and keep going until you've got an excess and you can buy whatever you need. So I've got 1 more hole in the wall to board up, and that's about it. So yeah, I guess we'll just end the day as soon as you're finished. Well, come on, buddy. Finish up. Just turns around like, nope. You would have traded herbs for more sugar. It is good, but the thing is, it's not what I need right now. One of the things that my playstyle at least, is to go for what I need right now. It's great to plan ahead, but if you don't reach that point, then, well, it's kind of wasted. So I go for what I need there and then. Like boarding up the walls, for example, my priorities changed. I had the resource to board up the walls when the dealer came, so I did it. And that means that I'm going to take less injuries and less loot getting stolen when raiders come by. So, ooh, the supermarket. And it says danger, so I know exactly what to expect here. But I can't go because I haven't built a shiv. This store supplied the whole neighbourhood before the latter turned into a war zone. Since the area is under military control, it might be dangerous to do the groceries there. Still, it might be worth the risk, as there should be a lot of goods left. Now, the description tells you what version of this location is going to be. Each location typically has between 1 and 3 variations to it. Most commonly 2. For example, the supermarket has 2 variations to it. One is there are looters already in the store and they're completely neutral to you. You can loot whatever they're looking at while they're looking at it, while they're looting it, and they've got no issue with you. The other one says danger instead of caution, and the description is slightly different. And this one, yeah, there's a soldier there, he's not friendly, and I need a shiv. Not a crowbar will not do, I need a shiv. And we've also got the Quiet House. It's in a housing estate that remains almost untouched. Oh, I know this one. It's a clean area of little houses with porches and gardens. Most of those houses are still inhabited. People are trying to lead normal lives there. We've got nothing to look for there unless we're willing to steal. Again, I can't really go here. I don't know if these people are hostile if you break into their houses. I know there's a place where there's an elderly couple where you can just push your way in and take anything that isn't considered stealing, and you're still then okay. They get a bit freaked out, but you can, you know, if it doesn't have the steal icon on it, then there's no reason why you can't take it. But this isn't that location, and these might be hostile, so I can't go here. What I will do is go back to the shelled cottage and find out what the hell it's talking about when it says huge amount of weapons. There's certainly enough items here for me to loot and come back, but I want to find out where those weapons are. So let's go, I guess. I'll leave the church for another time, and the supermarket I might go to tomorrow after I've built a shiv, because that will get me a weapon, assuming I live. So, head to the shell cottage. You guys are on guard. Pavel, let's go. And no crowbar this time. Going empty-handed. Okay, so what the hell did it mean by there are tons of weapons here? Huge amount of weapons. Does it mean the bullets? Are you kidding me? Oh, maybe the ammo as well? The broken up ammo? Oh, I really hope it doesn't mean that. The shell casing. Is that what it meant when it says huge amount of weapons? Let me just scout the house just one more time. Nope. And nope. And nope. What did this note say? I didn't actually read it. When the flies drop in the city, it reads that this is a zone of anti-terrorist operation. Persons remaining in the city will be treated as terrorist supporters. For your own risk and your family's safety, leave Ogoron immediately. Yeah, I will do that, sure. I'll just, walk through both sides of the military to get out. The army guarantees your safe passage. Sure it will. Not many believe them after the atrocities that they had committed. Yeah. So, yeah, there are no weapon components here. So when the map screen said huge amount of weapon components, it must have meant shell casings, gunpowder, and these 2 bullets. That's a huge amount of weapon components. Wrong game. Very, very wrong. So I don't need meds at the minute, so this can all stay here. It's very, very valuable stuff, but I'm not going to take it yet. So are cigarettes, but 2 isn't really worth bartering for, or at least carrying it home to barter with. And not to mention, the dealer came yesterday, so he's not going to be coming tomorrow, or technically today. What I will take is a few components, and then the rest I will take as wood. And I also need to cook tomorrow, which means I need water. So there we go. This will allow me to board up the rest of the house. And that's it, I guess. Let's go home. And try to spot some targets. If we still don't see anything, we're going to loop back round into this building. What the hell was that?
There's something out there.
Oh shit, leads!
Enemies in sight.
Friendly sheep.
Negative damage.
Good work, men! Oh god, they're right on top of us!
No way that just happened.
Hey, Dogmeat, do you want to run out there? I've got a better idea. Hold on, guys. I've got a better idea. I'm going to be completely reckless. And let's not dash, because I need the AP to use slow-mo. I've got a better idea. There goes the car. Now run! Run, 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 run! That's what I wanted. Yay! Everybody can have fun now! And they're still shooting me!